My name is Martin. I'm from Comet Reply. We are Adobe Platinum partner from Frankfurt, Germany. And I'm going to show you the Master GPT sales component, which is not the perfect name though, but you know, didn't have a better one. So it's an app builder application at its core that utilizes content that's generated and validated by OpenAI. This content is based on suggestions from Adobe Commerce product recommendations to ensure relevance to boost sales. So, what does it actually do? In the end, it's just very, very simple. The tool, wait a second, yes, just takes boring product data in and exciting product data out. We created this together with our client Sunstar here for the Canadian market. We'll come to that in a second. But in the end, this is what you will get, right? It's not super exciting, but actually it is super exciting in the back. What's happening here? So you get a product teaser, or even in later release, a complete product landing page based on OpenAI data. So, exactly. For whom did we build it? So first of all, for teams that are heavily under the gun, meaning small marketing teams that are under heavy pressure, or even big marketing teams that are under heavy pressure. Also, we built this for product that needs a lot of attention, and a lot of product that need a lot of attention. And and for a faster selling off. So for situations where you really quickly have to sell off stuff, right? For reasons. How does it actually work? It's the Master GPT sales component. First, what it does, it does a product as an API call via the app builder to the recommendations API. So I wrote down here what the recommendation API can actually do. It's most viewed, most purchased, most added to cart, trending, yada, yada, yada. And actually one request we had is we need the least trending product, because this is also very interesting for us, right? So next thing is, once we found the SKU, let's say the most trending product, we query via the GraphQL API, we query the product metadata, and we take the boring metadata, right, and send it over to OpenAI with a prompt that's just create a great teaser, right? We use the JSON mode for it. We'll come to this maybe later. It's quite interesting. And then the most amazing part for me is happening here is that we don't publish the content right away, what we're getting back from OpenAI. We validate it with an n number of prompts again. And I will come to this in a second. This is actually what we found is quite interesting. So once validated, right, we publish the content. And if the quorum, let's say the validation says it's crap, we just do it again, right? I think we do it again for 3 times. I'm pretty sure, yes. So these are all the tool set. We use one thing, I guess you know most of it. The most important part is the Adobe Experience Manager here is not relevant, right? This is important, right? It's the most relevant part is that we have the app builder and Adobe Commerce here. So for us in the demo I'll show in a second, we use AM as a front end. This is the architecture. So in this example, you go to the Adobe Experience Manager, you select your homepage. On the homepage, you put this Master GPT sales component as it moved on, you configure it. Let's say, take the most trending product, then it goes down to the app builder. From the app builder, it goes up to the recommendations engine. It gets the SKU, it takes Adobe Commerce to get the product data out. It sends it then to OpenAI, it's the 5th step there. Gets amazing product data, like amazing teaser information out, validates this via 3 agents currently, and then sends it back to the website, right, to publish it. This is another example which is important. The core is actually the app builder application. That's it. You can replace recommendation service easily. You can replace your Adobe Commerce if you want with any PIM. The only thing that sticks there is for now OpenAI. We use OpenAI via Azure for compliance reasons, not directly OpenAI. And even the storefront upfront, like you can take anything. Take your React application, even take WordPress if you like, if you wanted to, right? And one thing I would like to dive a little deeper in is exactly this. So this is the API call we are doing when we do the proofreading. Two things I would like you to focus on. The first part is very funny. If you tip your AI, it will give you better responses, right? And $200 is obviously the best thing. There was a research going on, and we added it was actually better, right? And then the two other things that's important, always take response form a JSON object. You will always get a valid JSON back way easier, right, to ingest it. The second thing is set your temperature not to 1, but 0. Very close to 0, because then OpenAI will not hallucinate in your answers, because this is obviously very important. So this is the call we did, and what I actually expected at first hand was, okay, send content or the same content over. The first prompt would say, so you see, I'm asking for a score XXX. So I'm asking for a score between 0 and 1. And I was expecting that the first prompt will return a 0.5, and the second prompt of the same content will return a 0.7. It will be just hallucinating all the way. And it did not. And this is the craziest part for us. So we did create a diverse teaser content, product teaser content, so title, subtitle, descriptions, stuff, send it over. We created a really bad one, right? A somewhat medium description, a medium one, and a really good one. And we did 150 runs of the same content against OpenAI. And what we always got back was the bad one was always 0.25, the medium one, always 0.45, somewhat medium 4.5, medium 6.5. And we never ever, by the way, got over 8.5 for a reason, but we didn't really care. So by this we normalized the whole thing. So we know 8.5 is a really good teaser. So that means we run it 150 times, same content, it was always 0.85. And this is amazing, because when you think about it, so if it's not about life and death or like a cancer diagnosis, you can actually validate your content with OpenAI. It's just like in content workflows where we listen to all the talks from Shantanu, who says like, assets will explode, content will explode. Like, who should review all this, right? At least the one that's not super important, that's not, let's say, not regulated. So if there's a little mistake in, nobody will care, right? So you can actually use OpenAI to validate your content. So nearly last is demo. Is it running? No, it is, right? So we had AM. We place the master GPT sales component in. We configure it. Currently we don't use most view. We actually use a just custom selection of a product. We pick the product. And we choose what we want to have back from OpenAI. We want to have the title, description. The image, by the way, is not coming from OpenAI, but the rest is. We pick the sales quantity and how many days it should run. Sales quantity means how much it should sell before we replace it with a new one. So we can automatically actually sell it off, next one, sell it off, next one. And this is it, right? Is it there? It is there. Yes. So the conclusions is, I don't need to do like guided reading here. I think the most important bit is that we do optimize product recommendations, right? Really fast-paced product recommendation can really boost sales. We have perfectly integrate this in the Adobe ecosystem, so everyone with the app builder can start using it. And I think the most important part is this consistent quality that we can create with this quorum validation. And what we actually learned, I think I said this already, is that for me, the most important, so the most, astonishing thing was this validation bit. And we actually use the validation part for our internal merge requests right now. So when we merge code, we not fully, but we automate like quite a bit of it. So what I want to just let you know, like be creative, right? Think outside the box. You have with the app builder actually some kind of like crazy middleware with a database. You have everything in there that you can easily connect services and build something like we did. And the last thing is like tip your GPT, like tip your OpenAI, right? And the biggest thank here definitely goes out to Alex here. So actually we created this together. We created this together, we sat down a lot and draw a lot, and then Alex coded actually all of it. So when we have technical questions, right? And actually we rolled the dice and I lost, so I'm on stage. So and there is, by the way, if you can scan this code, it's a technical walkthrough from Alex, and we open sourced all this, so you can download it there as well. Correct? Yeah, the link there. Yes. So have fun, like go in there and download it. And thanks a lot. That's it.
Awesome.